11.4 area of a regular polygon. Now this you should not have any background in, so this should be something very new for you. As long as you know how to label the parts of the polygon, it should be pretty simple. So first it says the distance from the center of a polygon to any side is called the apothem. So we see here that from the center to the side, that is your A apothem. Your radius is in a regular polygon is the distance from the center to a vertex. So the center to the vertex would be your radius. Okay. And then your perimeter would be the distance around the figure. Okay, so all of these added together give you your perimeter. Alright, so now down here in the first problem, we need to label the apothem and your perimeter. So first, my apothem is that distance between the center to the side. I see that I have 8 as a side length, and I would have 10 sides. Okay, so here is your formula. So 1/2 times apothem times perimeter. Okay, we'll use parentheses when we actually plug it in. So area is 1/2. The apothem was 12.3. Okay, the perimeter, we said there were 10 sides, and each side is 8 inches long. Now, you can go about this a couple ways. You can multiply all these together and then divide by 2. I kind of go back and forth. I know that that's going to be 80 pretty quickly, so because it's 2 easy whole numbers to multiply together. And then if I take the 80 times the 12.3 in the calculator, I get 984. Taking half of that gives me 492 inches squared. Okay, so looking at the equilateral triangle, I know that I have 3 sides. So n is the number of sides, 3. Okay, this is my side, and that is a 0.5 in there. And then my 6.5 is my apothem. So my apothem is 6.5. The number of sides, 3, and each side is 22.5. I can't do that quickly in my head, so in this case, since I can use a calculator, I would multiply the 6.5, 3, and 22.5 and get 438.75. I would divide that by 2 and I get 219.375. It says round to the nearest whole number if necessary. So in this case, the 3 makes the 9 stay at 219 units squared. I'm going to use units since there's no units actually on the problem. Okay, letter C. Octagon would be 8. So the apothem is 16. My side is 13.3. So 1/2 times the apothem times the perimeter, so the number of sides, times the side length. So we would have, I could multiply those, but they're kind of big numbers, so I'm going to go with multiplying all 3 of them and getting 1702.4. So if I divide that by 2, we get 851.2. Directions say round to the nearest whole number, so that would just be 851 centimeters squared. Okay, for this one, we have a pentagon, which would be 5 sides. Our apothem is 6.2. Then we multiply for perimeter the number of sides multiplied by the side length of 9. Okay, so 6.2 times 5 times 9 would be 279. If we divide, we get 139.5. 5 makes the 9 round up, which makes that 140 millimeters squared. Okay, now for this problem down here, a stop sign is shaped like a regular octagon with dimensions shown. What is the area of the stop sign? So first, you will have to get your center. Okay, so we're going to estimate that. So I'm going to say the center is about right there. Okay. From the center to the side for the apothem, that is going to be half of 26. So 26 divided by 2 gives you 13, and that represents your apothem, A. Okay. You also know that you are dealing with a regular octagon, so the number of sides here would be 8, and then your side length, so we can label that S, your side length is 14.8. So let's plug it in. So the apothem we found was 13. The number of sides you have is 8, and your side length is 14.8. So this gives you your perimeter times your apothem divided by 2. I am going to go ahead and just multiply all three together. And if I do that, I get 1,539.2. Divide that by 2, and we get 769.6. And that would be inches squared. It has nothing about rounding in this particular problem, so we're just going to leave it to that 10th place. So it comes out and ends there. So I went ahead and drew the center here. So let's draw your apothem. So your apothem is half of 16, so it's 8. Your number of sides is 8. Your side length is 12.2. So we have a half times the apothem times the number of sides times the side length of 12.2. So if we multiply 8, and 12.2 together, 780.8. Divide that by 2, 390.4 inches squared. Okay, so just making sure that you have each piece of information to plug into the formula, and you should be fine. If you have any questions or need clarification, email me. I'll help you out.